Hello YouTube, this is Apocalypse, and today I'm going to reveal the TV that I purchased. And the reason I'm going to reveal on the TV I purchased because a couple weeks ago I put a post out saying There and Back Again by Bilbo Baggins, which means, if anybody's a fan of The Lord of the Rings, you start in one place, you take an adventure, you come back to the same exact place. And that's true with everything in life. But enough about life lessons, right? So let me explain this real quick. The TV that I had that I showed in the picture was a TCL 625. That's what I started with. That's what I went back to. It had panel issues. When you turned it on, you turned the brightness all the way up and everything. You tried to set it, calibrate it, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a professional calibrator, but the picture was dim. It was like you only had half the brightness turned up, which was, very disappointing, very horrible. No matter what I did, I tried to reset it again. Everything, it was updated properly. It just wouldn't work right. So in turn, I got a bad panel. Took it back, got another one. It worked for about 45 minutes, and then it shut off and reset itself. And when I say reset itself, I mean it actually erased all my information, it erased all my settings, everything. It's like a factory reset, and it did that twice for me. So it went back. Then I experimented with another 950G. I was like, well, might as well just throw out the extra money, get a really good TV. So I got the 950G back, and I got it open box. I know I went against my own criticism there. I got an open box, had it for about 45 minutes. Me and the wife was sitting there watching something on Sling. It started flickering. And I thought, well, maybe it was with the internet connection or maybe it was Sling. Then it started doing it again and again. And then all of a sudden it just flickered, flicker, and then the TV shut off. Had four red blinking lights at the bottom. And from what I understand and what Google has told me, that means that there's an internal problem. 90% of the people that complained about it was an overheating issue. So it had to go back. Unfortunate. It was a beautiful TV. But I took it back. They didn't have another open box for as cheap as I got that one. I actually got it for around $1,089. And so, I couldn't really afford a new one because they're back up to $1,400. So, I built my channel based around budget. Get the most for your money. Vizio, TCL. I tried Hisense. Y'all saw how that worked out. By the way, if y'all do keep up with Hisense, they're getting a lot of quality control complaints about dirty screen effect and volume not working, TV's not coming on. Because I researched it, I was going to get another one, and then I read a lot of reviews saying that people's having problems, so I didn't want to chance it. I mean, I went through two of them, and they just didn't work out. So I took it back. I went to this TV. One of the Best Buy guys, he talked me into it. And I was like, I don't know. I had one before. It was dark. I didn't really like it. And he's like, well, they've changed this. They've changed that. So anyway, what I wanted to say was, my channel is based on, like I said, getting the most for your money. It really is. I was going to do a Vizio, but the Vizios went back up to $1,099 at the time of this purchase that I bought this TV. Plus, I was going to buy a Roku box, which was another $100 because the operating system on the Vizio is horrible, sluggish and everything. So then I was thinking, well, for an extra $100, I could get this TV that they suggested to me. But TCL, Hisense, Vizio, they're all great TVs if you could win the panel lottery. TCL's done a lot better, but I've had a bad run in. So It happens. It really does. You just playing your cards. I mean, breaking down to it, if you want to get a quality built TV, you're going to have to pay a quality built price. And this TV that I'm getting ready to show you was $1,300. It's above my range. Really couldn't afford it, but I got it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to have to go through the panel lottery all over again. Even the 950G had problems, and it is a quality TV, but it was open box. So I'm going to show you this one. We're going to talk about it. I'd like to hear your comments. So without further ado, bam. That's right. As you could tell by the very, very dark screen and the lack of reflection on it, I mean, I know you can see me back there, but this is a LG OLED. And this is the B9 OLED. This is the cheapest one that you could buy. It's on sale right now for, $12.99, which is actually an excellent price, marked down from $15.99. I've had no problems with this TV. I've really had no problem. Now that blooming you see right there, everybody that knows OLED knows that that's not really there. That's on my camera. The picture is perfect black with the Sling logo in the middle of it. And as soon as it starts up, of course, you can program it. Well, once you program a provider into it, like Sling here, then that's your automatic default when the TV comes on. That way it don't go to the fuzzy screen like you have cable. Now the operating system on this, I love the pointer. Like I said, I had one of these before, but I had a B6, and the B6 had a lot of issues. Like, it wasn't as bright as this. And I know, looking from your standpoint right there through the camera, this doesn't look bright. This kind of looks yellow. This looks yellow. This is perfect white. I'm talking about, this is glaring white. And I mean, it's just it's an all-around TV that, like, the faces on people don't look oversaturated. Now don't get me wrong, this is not the brightest TV. It's only peaked out at 794 nits, but it has the infinite contrast ratio, which means your dark to light ratio is infinite, which means if you have something on a black screen and it's bright white, okay, it's going to show you that it's bright white. It's going to look brighter than what it actually is. I do like the WebOS system they got here. And of course we have YouTube and Sling and Netflix, Disney Plus. Oh, huge Disney Plus fan. And see that right there? It looks like it's glaring. It looks like it's got lines in it right there. It doesn't. That's my phone. Why is the phone doing that? There's no uniformity issues at all. I mean, it's just a perfect picture. Now this up here, this is what gets people. This up here, oh, let's go back. Can we go back? How do we go back? No. Okay. No. Anyway. So, The Mandalorian. Everybody's into The Mandalorian right now. Okay. For some reason, my camera's showing a blue hue right here. And then over here, it's like dark gray. But this right here is actually, what would you call it? It's tan, and it mixes in with the sunlight and everything. So I'm using a Samsung phone. Let's see if we can get this to cross over real quick. The reason I want to do this is Is it going to switch on me or no? Okay, yeah, let's do it like this. Now that, I'm going to tell you right now, my camera is showing this as dark white. This is not the case. This is what I always thought when I watched OLED videos. This is not the case. This is perfect white. I mean, it is glaring bright white. And then the Noel, I mean, it's deep red with the Disney and the gold. Their faces are really detailed, not washed out like it is on here. And this is what I mean by Samsung. Like, you know, my phone is bright. So it's, I don't know why it, like his face right there, it looks like it's washed out. Her face looks like it's washed out, but it's not. I mean, there's really good detail. This is not a good representation at all because my phone is making the color look duller than what it is. The the picture on the TV is very crisp, very colorful, but on my phone it's making it look dull, and I don't understand that. The Simpsons, like you see the sky in the Simpsons right here. This is like a kind of a pinkish up to blue, but it's really bright. It's not as faded as it looks like on my phone. That's kind of aggravating. Yeah, and this too. His face is not washed out right here. It's got perfect color. The Thor Ragnarok looks washed out here. It's not. Her face on here looks like a light tan, but I mean she's not light tan. I mean she's she's black. You see what I'm saying? I don't know how to describe it. On here she looks light tan on my phone, but here, you know, she's got the right color. The Hulk, right here. See how he's washed out? It looks like white and it's all blurred. That's not the case. You can see that that's paint on him and it looks like streaks on the TV. But on here, I don't understand that. Okay, Mandalorian. This is the one I wanted to show you. All this looks dark on my phone. It looks dark. Okay, it's a gray sky. It is. It's a little dark, but not as dark as it's looking on the phone. On the TV, this is like bright white, and then you got the clouds in the background, and more bright right here, brighter than that. And you can see the sun. See, that's not right. The sun reflecting off of his helmet. It's just something's not right. And this is not my TV. The TV looks perfect. It's bright, it's colorful. I mean, but yeah, like see, right behind the High School Musical, it's making the High School Musical, the brick wall behind it, it's making it look bluish. But on the phone itself, on the phone it looks bluish, but on the TV itself, it's white. It's perfect white. I mean, I have not seen any more of a perfect white. And then this girl, her face looks washed out on here, but on the TV, it's not. It's really frustrating. Like I said, I'm using a Samsung phone, and it's not representing the colors at all. Like at all. Like I'm not quite getting it. And see, that's looking, that does not look like that at all. That was like a perfect red. And we'll go ahead and pause it. I mean, mute it that way. But anyway, this is one of my favorite Christmas movies now. Behind, of course, A Christmas Vacation and Die Hard. Yeah, Die Hard's a Christmas movie. You heard me. But yeah, like he's overwashed so bad on there, And then that right there, it's just disgusting how it looks like on the phone. But this TV, I have not had a more perfect looking TV. I have not. Now the Sony comes close. The Sony has the brightness, but with brightness comes great responsibility. And so once you get too bright, it kind of blows everything out. You know what I mean? You get too bright, and then, you know, like the dark areas of your TV look overblown. But that's not the case with this TV. The colors are perfect, the details perfect, the whites are white. The contrast on this TV is infinite. So when you're watching a picture, like you see his beard, okay, well, on my phone, the way the camera is taking it, it looks like just a white glob of beard. But when you look on the actual TV, you could see all the detail of all the hair. It's just ridiculous how much detail it is. And that's because of the contrast. If you get a TV with high contrast, you're going to have a more detailed picture. Because, of course, your contrast, like I said, is the difference between your light and dark areas of the screen. And where this has the individual pixels of it, the pixels, excuse me, it can sit there and render all this detail. But anyway, I'm not going to sit there and, you know, do a complete review on it. This is one good thing. Like, everybody worries about burn-in. Well, this TV has got 3 different things to prevent burn-in. And even on testing, they was testing the 2017 or 2018 models at R ratings, and they've been on for over 9,000 hours straight with certain things like CNN logos and stuff like that, and found that with the static content, it does burn in. But we're talking about something like that, like the Netflix down in the corner. If I would leave this on for 5 hours a day for a year, 2 years, it's going to burn in. Okay, that's just tube TVs. Anybody remember tube TVs? They did the same exact thing. So it's not a new thing. It's just, well, we'll say OLED perfected it. But anyway, I'm not doing a full review on this TV today. I will do that next week. God willing, something doesn't happen to this TV. And, you know, I'm really enjoying this TV so far. Movies look great. Video games, I mean, I'll do a movie review. I'll do video game review on this TV and show everybody what it's like. But if you have the money and you can do it, I would definitely go for this TV. It's a beautiful TV with bright colors, bright highlights, and everything. And even though it's only 700 and some nits at its brightest, because of the contrast, it looks a lot brighter. I would compare this to the Sony 950G any day. I would put them side by side and let them fight it out. And I guarantee that this TV would win just because of the contrast alone and the detail alone. But anywho, that's all I have for you. I'd like to hear your comments about the TV. I know people like OLED. Some people don't like OLEDs. I was one of those people that I had a B6 and I didn't like an OLED because it was too dark. Well, this TV here has changed my mind. It is not dark at all. So please leave your comments. And I'll do a review on it starting next week. So stay tuned, and if you get you one, and you can get one, Best Buy has them right now for $12.99, which is a very good price. Not as good as last year's $1,099 price that they had them down to, but it's still a good price. But anyway, this is Qled, and like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos, and I'll have more for you next time.